Hey Josh, it's Tuesday, and I figured that it's about time that I try out my laptop camera, plus I need my phone for this vlog, so, yeah. First off, to answer your question from last week, there is one other idea that I came up with, because I found in the, DM guide that they actually have, firearms and all of that, so, another idea that I had was, I'm gonna sound like a nerd, but was for Ruby. The show that I talked about a couple of times on here, and I also have the poster right there, as I just pointed out. So, I thought about doing that because, in that show, if you haven't watched it, it's literally, like, every weapon is also a gun. So, that one would probably take a lot more work, because I have to work with the magic, make it somewhat different, and all of that, but, yeah, so there's another idea, and then, of course, I have my, Princes of the Apocalypse, that I'm planning on doing here eventually. But, so, now for this video, which I know I've been hyping it up a lot, so hopefully it's as good as I'm expecting it to be. Since last Thursday was your 25th, I came up with the idea, to do 25 of my favorite memories, with you, so, yeah, I can already tell that Mom's gonna be crying for this video. But so that's why I needed my phone, because I have the list on here. So, these are in no particular order, by the way, because I don't think I could order 25 different things all together. But, so yeah, these are just some things that I kind of rattle off of my head. Most of them I rattled off the top of my head yesterday, but there were a few that I actually had to think about, because like I said, I had to fit 25 into it. So, I'll just start off right now. So, number one, playing co-op with Battlefront. That was some of the best times that I feel as though we had, that and Rock Band. Those were two of the games that we always played together. Another one, which, this could take some explanation for people that don't understand it, but I don't think I'll have time to explain, because I've been rambling enough as is. So, sledding on the first day of summer. You know what that one was, enough said with that. And then another one that has some backstory to it, was getting scared half to death by that animatronic dinosaur on our first big vacation. We have, it's just something funny that happened, so. Another thing was making the short films at the park. The one that I instantly think of, with this is the one that we actually did with Lash. I don't remember what we called it, but like my character was like the sleeper agent for, or I'm not sure if that's the proper terminology, but my character was a double agent for you remember that one, I'm sure, but like I said, I don't have enough time for explanations, so. Number 5, the beak jokes. Enough said with that. Number 6, New Year's at Aunt Sharon's. Those were some of those were a lot of fun, especially when we'd be making the roller coasters. So yeah, number 7, the sword fights. Though I always had a lot of fun having sword fights, even though I could never beat you. I'm not sure if I can still beat you. We're both pretty out of practice. But number 8, when we watched different anime, like of course there was Dragon Ball Z. There was also, I think, the Get Backers. That was another really good one. I really enjoyed that. I actually started watching that again recently. Still need to get back to watching that. So next, learning how to snowboard. That was some of my favorite. That was one of my favorite things to do in the winter, was to go snowboard at the up by campus. And I would never have been able to learn how to snowboard if you hadn't taught me. So next is hiking around camp at Guernsey. Whenever we hiking, it was always a lot of fun. I just always had fun with that. These next two kind of go hand in hand, although they were two different weekends. But there was Little Sibs weekend, your first year at college, where that was the first time I played Skyrim. So yeah. And then the next one was the Mother's Day weekend. I think it was that same year. You were at the ACT house, and I actually spent a weekend or a night or something like that there. And that was also when you took me to my first session. You might regret that now, judging by our videos. I'm gonna have to kind of rattle through these because I'm running out of time. 13, climbing the pine tree that we used to have in the side. Yeah, side yard. That side. Right? I think. Yeah, it was that side. That was always just a lot of fun. Because climbing is just a lot of fun. 14 is playing with the Star Wars action figures. That was always fun. We'd make our own stories and all that. It was fun. 15, a inside joke, triangular pattern. Not even sure if you remember that one. Let me know if you remember that one, because like I said, I can't really elaborate on these much anymore. This was when I started to run thin. But yeah, 16, but going on bike rides. We ride our bikes through campus. I was usually with mom and dad as well. That was always a lot of fun, even though I can never keep up with you guys. 17, the Nerf battles on the stairs. Those were always a lot of fun. And then this one also kind of goes with that, laser tag, because that's also a lot of fun. 19 was 19 is like the fun when we found new music and we just like listened to that off of your old iHome or iLamp, I think is what we ended up calling it. We'd always just rock out to that. So yeah. And number 20 was just plain out nerding out. Whenever whatever was that we were doing, we'd always just start nerding out, and mom and dad would just be there, just like, yeah, okay. 21 was the Kinects demo derbies, when we'd make the cars out of the Kinects, and then we'd just ram into each other. Yours were always very unbeatable. Number 22, playing World Cup also down at the park, and then I put /Eggler Argentina. That was also a lot of fun. Number 23 was when we went to Islands of Adventure, and we were talking with the lamp and the extra medium. Not sure if you remember that one either. Number 24 is when we camp in the backyard. That was always a lot of fun. And then last but certainly not least is when we just talk when we thought mom and dad were in the tub. So yeah, those are my 25. So my question for you is, what are some of your favorite memories? I'm pretty much out of time, so yeah. I will see you on Friday. Later, bro.